can't go that far. All right. Well, welcome everybody to the season finale episode of Specrapular. We are a podcast that talks about movies and shit, mostly shit. And I am one of your hosts, Brandon Aquino. But I am joined by my best friend and confidant, Mike Vera.
Hey.
Hey, Mike. How are you?
I'm not trying to look at your crotch, but you're wearing short shorts and you're sitting right in front of me.
Yeah.
So if my eyes gaze down.
You could look. It's fine. You've seen it anyway, so it's fine.
I didn't even notice.
Oh, and so I guess you guys might have heard this other voice, which is our guest for today. It's Luis. He is the man that's also made music for us, which is the intro music that you hear before every episode. He's also helped me with other Man Beast episodes and do the Sound of Man Beast. Do one of the songs for the Sound of Man Beast. It's true. It's true. I did have a great time.
I don't remember.
I know mine. I don't know the other ones. I don't know. But so
There's
Luis,
only one song.
what are you talking about? I had one. Tom had one that you sang. And then Bo had one.
Those are verses. They're all the same song, though.
Okay, let's calm down there. Fucking.
Anyway.
I don't know if, I guess you're not wrong, but it wasn't a continuous song, though, for all three of them.
Yes, it was.
Maybe it was. What's a stanza?
It's just...
It's a section.
Yeah.
But then what's a verse?
That's just a part of the song.
I don't like it. I don't like song. Just like jazz. It's too confusing. So anyway.
Coda?
Well, like poetry, right?
Yeah.
And verses like lyric.
Can music have a haiku?
If you want to.
I don't like it. There's too many rules. So anyway, Mike, what movie are we watching today? Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Luis is here. Luis.
What's that?
Thank you for being here.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
You're looking buff.
I think last time Batman, right?
Sounds
Or
about
Akira.
right. No, I think Batman was after Akira, but I'm not sure. But Megan was on the episode. We don't talk about episodes with Megan.
No.
Like I feel like when we talk about her, her hair rustles. Like she just knows.
Just here.
That's her hair rustling. And she just knows. It's like always wafting. But it's one of those two. It was Batman or Akira, whichever one came last.
Was she on both of those?
She was. She was on Akira because we were going to do Wind River. We did Wind River because Akira or something like that. Like Akira wasn't there, and I was like, wait, it is.
How many episodes?
Megan's been on at least 3.
Who's in the lead? You?
No,
she
Megan is.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I just try to forget them. So it feels
Again,
like
people enjoy the episodes that Megan are in. She's.
I really hope she's listening right now. Hey,
I truly hope Megan listens to all of our episodes. So
Are you recording right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
So anyway, Luis, thank you for everything that you've done for us, giving us music and stuff like that.
Cool.
And he had us listen to some. He forced us to listen to some music earlier that he's doing right now, and it sounds great.
A knife point.
Yeah. Not a gun?
No.
No, okay. So he's really intimate with it. He's using a knife. Anyway, Mike, what movie are we watching? It's a butterfly knife?
Butterfly knife.
What movie are we watching? Who directed it? Blah, 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 blah.
We are doing Red Dawn from 1984.
You're the birth of... No, you're only 1 year. Never mind, sorry.
I was -1, bitch.
I was -2.
Directed by John Milius.
You were -1 as well.
Written by Kevin Reynolds and said John Milius. From, like I said, 1984. It is the dawn of World War III. We need some music like on the background. In the West Mountains of America. Why don't you just say the fucking Rockies? But okay, whatever. A group of teenagers band together to defend their town and their country from invading Soviet forces.
I need to say really fucking quick. At the end, where she was reading that plaque, I rewound and I played the Terminator 2 theme song.
It goes with everything.
Because the Terminator theme song goes, you have 10 seconds. So it's going to... So I timed it just right. Where right as she's finishing her dialogue, it goes into the credits of the... Oh my fucking God, it works so well. I'll have to show you guys. But I was very happy with myself.
Who did that? Is it James Horner? I think he did all the James Cameron
When you get
music.
James Horner and you put him in a corner and you make him eat some...
I also think he's dead. Let me double check. But yeah.
Okay, sweet. Who's in Red Dawn, Mike? I know...
Red Dawn, we got the old Swayze man.
Rest in peace.
Patrick Swayze as Jed. Listen to a story, a man named Jed. Charlie Sheen
Jed
as Matt.
Sneed and Feed. Probably not as Chuck's.
C. Thomas Howell. The C stands for Charlie. No.
Cantankerous.
Robert. Leah Thompson as Erica. Jennifer Grey as Tony. Darren Dalton as... I can't remember her own writing. Daryl? doctoral.
Yeah, he was the class president.
Yeah, the fucking bullshit motherfucker. Harry Dean Stanton as Mr. Eckert, and Powers Boothe as Andy. And there's a bunch of other people who gives shit.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So what were you gonna say? I'm sorry for
I totally forgot.
Okay,
It's,
good.
it's gone.
This movie I saw in middle school.
Ooh.
And to this day, I do still enjoy it, even though I know this.
Why did you want to watch it so bad?
Because I saw it was on Max,
there? Been a
and,
while?
I hadn't seen it probably since I was in my early 20s. Even though I do own the special edition,
Bloody
the
friggin'
DVD.
da.
Yeah, well, it's so hard to buy tangible movies now because it's all streaming that you
Physical
can't get.
media?
Yeah. So if you didn't hear, Sony just struck a deal with. That's okay. But Sony struck a deal, or Nintendo, or somebody like that. Somebody did, so that way they could do physical media for them. I forgot who it was. So I'm glad that they're going to make more physical media instead of just streaming shit. Because then once it's gone, it's gone. Like you can't.
I think I told you, but during Christmas time, I sent out my list like, "Oh, someone buy me this," and one of my nieces was going to buy me Oppenheimer on 4K, Blu-ray or whatever. But I haven't seen her since
You haven't got
Christmas.
it, yeah.
It's been just because she lives far.
Yeah.
I'm like, son of a bitch. Should
I
I
can mail it to you.
Well, I was like, did you actually get me this, or can I buy them myself? But
Yeah.
I'm just
Or
wondering.
just Venmo me the money and I'll fucking get it. Yeah. Really quick, is it too cold for you guys?
No.
Okay,
No,
it's good.
you're Okay,
No,
good.
it's good.
So, Luis,
Ah,
you had never seen this movie.
no.
So,
Saw it
what
last
are you?
night.
Mike and I have seen it before.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but still, what were your first thoughts about this movie?
If I may,
Yeah.
can I interrupt him real quick? Because you've seen
If
it,
I may, no, go ahead. Sorry, yeah, I have seen it.
but you've seen it many times.
I've seen it at
As
least
a-
3 to 4 times.
Okay, because I only saw it recently because I didn't grow up watching it.
Okay.
Not recently, but 10 years ago maybe. But
Well, did
I
you-
wasn't a youth.
And I
is what I'm
thought,
saying.
when you told me, I thought you were referring to the Chris Hemsworth.
Well, that's why
Yeah,
I told you the
No, I
80s
know,
one,
yeah,
thankfully,
yeah.
because people would mistake that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you didn't watch that piece of shit.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But you're going to enjoy
I'm just saying that's my relationship to the movie.
Okay.
Fairly more recent, not as a youth, seen it a bunch of times. And then you can go, you're brand new.
Yeah.
So what'd you think?
It felt very like if you were watching
He hasn't even said it yet. I've already done my head.
like a history movie, like
Yeah.
yeah. And it was interesting,
Okay.
a bunch
So
of
you didn't like it.
teenagers.
You don't have to like it. I don't love
Yeah,
it.
you don't have to like it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it leaves you towards the end of the movie. Well, actually, when I woke up today, I thought about it. I'm like, they were talking about this, and it leaves you thinking, especially with all that shit that's going on.
Russia, Ukraine. Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's so. I mean, you would hope because when that opening crawl comes out, right? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, they're in these wars and the U.S. stayed like isolated. They didn't do anything. Which I might say that crawl went by very quick.
Yeah.
Like if you had to read that and you're illiterate like Mike,
Had to
like
rewind.
it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So even the opening title sequence with the clouds and shit,
Yeah.
it made it seem like an uplifting movie. It's like
The
like
music
it's
and
No,
Yeah.
it didn't
Yeah.
start with that music.
It
does
wasn't.
It?
It wasn't like
And it even because it even had like a Theodore Roosevelt quote in the
yeah.
beginning too.
So it made it seem sort of uplifting, and then
Yeah.
it's like fucking teacher dead in the
Yeah,
first 5
dude.
minutes. Okay, so Luis, let's just say out of 5 stars, what would you give this?
A 3.
Okay, so that's fair.
Yeah.
I would still to this day give that a 3 even.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy it in what it is. I respect what it is because, I mean, this was 84, right? So at that time they had a little more. I mean, this was a PG-13 movie, and some of these dudes are getting lit
The
up.
first
Yeah.
PG-13 movie.
Oh, okay, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so some of these dudes are getting lit up.
That kid.
Which one?
That kid getting shot after the teacher, or in the scene when,
Oh yeah, when
he
he's
starts
hanging over,
shooting and
When
he's hanging. I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
it's
You don't
very
see him actually get hit, but then you see him hanging there. I was
Yeah.
like, ooh. But like looking at Beetlejuice, even right, that's PG, and they say fuck in that movie. There's sexual innuendos.
The whorehouse.
There's the whorehouse. And I love Beetlejuice, so hopefully it's available next season so we can watch it. But what would you give this movie, Mike?
I think Kramer versus Kramer is PG, and there's full frontal nudity in that movie.
I'm okay with that. Wait, who? Meryl?
One of his girlfriends.
Okay,
In
okay.
the, like halfway through.
You
the
see like Muff?
movie. I mean, it's like early morning because like
So it's messy Muff.
he bed he bed the lady
it's
right.
Muff head.
Yeah.
Or bed Muff. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
It doesn't count.
So like the kid walks out and she's like and she like runs in the bathroom or something like that. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I believe so.
All that unnecessary nudity in the 80s is just.
love it.
Yeah.
Well, dude, even like as Ace Ventura, it's PG-13.
Yeah.
And that within 5 minutes.
The BJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, there, yeah.
Oh, the hold it out.
Yeah. People aren't here, real friendly. And he's getting his dick sucked. Let's see here. So I put on here, saw this in middle school, opening text, moved too quick, opening clouds, music makes it seem
Well, this movie, it kind of moves at like a breakneck speed.
Yeah.
Like almost even faster than, because
They skip
I always
ahead.
think of like a fast war movie as like Black Hawk Down. Like relentless from beginning to end. This one's a little bit like that too.
Well, because they do time leap a little bit. Like it's like September and then October after like maybe 12 minutes
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Although
So-
that time leap makes me giggle a little bit because it's only like a couple months as opposed to like where it feels like years have gone by.
yeah, these kids are like fucking rugged, right? Like these kids have seen
like,
some
it's
shit.
been like 3 weeks, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
By the end of this, I mean,
you got to still have some cereal left.
yeah, by the end of it, all these kids are now, let's just say they're in their 30s, but on what they've experienced, murdering people, you know, the heart. Really quick, they're helping some people escape, right? Where are those people going?
Because here's some guns, have fun.
Yeah. Like there's that scene near the end where they killed the guy in the jet. He's like, I'm gonna take off. And I don't know what he's thinking. Like he's in the jet, like hey, what are you doing? All your friends are getting shot up. Here's a grenade. But they give guns to all those people that were in prison there, and then they're just gone. I was like, okay, well, I don't know how that works. They all just get immediately murdered, or
Well, I mean, that's like the movie almost doesn't make sense in that regard.
yeah,
Because it seems like they're inspiring the people. Like there's some like underground resistance.
that's what the newer one did. The 2012 one did.
Okay.
Like they're like straight up. That's why I
but
was
it
saying.
doesn't really go anywhere in this movie.
Doesn't.
Like he hands those people those guns and they
Yeah.
just I don't know.
Yeah, it
got
just
mowed
seems
down.
like the
Yeah.
kids are the ones causing it.
Yeah,
as
they
opposed to
are the
and
resistance.
yeah, and everybody
The five
else
of
is
them.
just watching.
They're watching, and then they're like, "Yeah, let's do this." I
Yeah,
want to
no.
die. Here's my gun back.
They're just like the Hunger Games with the two fingers up or whatever. Like
No, they do
are
Scouts Honor. They do three
whatever it
fingers.
is. Is that what it is?
No, it is the two, but Scouts Honor is the three.
Okay.
Which it kind of hurts my hand doing three fingers like this. It like
Yeah,
hurts my
I
pinky.
can't put the pinky all the way down.
Can you grab your pinky?
Like that?
Yeah. I can do
Like
that.
yeah, so your pinky's your third finger's a little forward, right?
It's weak.
It
Yeah.
does hurt.
Although this one, no, this is even worse.
Why?
Oh, fuck.
Imagine trying to finger blast someone with a big vagina, and she's like, "Use three fingers." You're like, I can't.
Life ain't nothing but a fat vagina.
You got to use like your
Any
two
yellow
and your thumb, and you just got to go like that. You can't do this.
Like, oh.
Salt Bay.
Ugh, that fucking piece of shit. Anyway,
It's essentially Doc Ock's one of his
yeah, one of his tentacles.
things.
Yeah, those have the three fingers, so it'd be like this, like, and it's talking to him.
You
Quiet,
know,
you.
Sorry.
You know what I was gonna say? That it has in the beginning, it has kind of like a Metal Gear Solid 3 vibe to it. You know, like
Which part?
like
I
the
love
whole
Metal Gear
movie.
Solid. Okay.
Yeah, like part 3.
It would have been nice
What-
if they just hid in a box.
Yeah.
It's just a box. Charlie Sheen.
Uh huh.
This is early Charlie Sheen, but are we assuming that he was already on cocaine at this time?
Ooh, I don't know how old he was when the.
I mean, I say he was like 19, like looking like 84.
that young.
I would think so. You think older? Because he was.
I mean, because like
this is
Wall
probably
Street
one-
and Platoon weren't that much.
I
Well,
thought
maybe
tho-
they were.
I thought those were like 89.
Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
Shut up.
Let's see here. So Charlie Sheen.
What year was this again?
84.
Yeah, he was young.
He was very young.
Shit's not loading. Oh, it's fucked.
Cheap.
He looks like 18 or 19.
Yeah. When Patrick Swayze was driving that truck, that had no power steering.
No.
For sure. And that had to suck.
That dude's in the back of the truck.
Yeah, and those guys.
He was 19. Son of
Yeah,
a
okay.
bitch.
So when they were, and I was just purely a guess. I had no math. I mean, I can't do math well anyway. But when he's going through the town, hitting cars, going over bumps and shit, I'm like, those kids are fucking gone.
Yep.
Like ejected from that the bed of that truck, and you can see many times that it wasn't even him driving.
I always forgot to. Like, man, they grabbed a lot of gear and stuff like that. Where's everyone gonna sit? They just laid on top of this shit. Like, okay, there you go. That's what we're doing.
Well, they're packing it in. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna sit in there, and they can't fit in that cab. And yeah, they just laid on top. But they grabbed all that shit, right? So they're grabbing the sodas. He's like, don't grab any of the cold stuff.
Gotta
So-
grab your Jaeger.
Yeah, you see them just shoveling all this
Yeah.
stuff in there, right? And it wasn't even a month.
Ammo, snacks.
Yeah,
and-
not even a month. They're like, hey, we're out of food. And I'm thinking, what are you fucking idiots doing? Because what they should be doing is saving all that stuff for dire needs, because that's packaged. They need to go hunt and do the other
That's the
stuff.
thing.
and
Like, they did
forage.
hunt.
Yeah,
They did.
They shot a deer.
And they're like, oh, we're also out of cereal. All we out of is all this fucking meat. I'm like, eat the fucking meat
They
then. What
got-
the
they-
fuck are you doing?
We're almost out of olives. And I was like, olives? Why are you eating fucking olives?
That's a grill, like, basting a fucking steak.
They
What are
have
you
all
doing,
these
dude?
deers. Yeah.
They were.
It's a fucking whole deer spinning on the fucking.
You got
What are we
Charlie.
supposed to eat around
It's
here?
Charlie Sheen. Hey, make yourself useful. And he has one of the women doing it. Which I wrote that down. I was like, Jesus Christ. Twice Charlie Sheen said two things that are
Yeah.
shitty. One, hey, why don't you make yourself useful? The other one was, I'm just saying this for the context of what the movie is. You queer's gonna play? And I was like,
does he
Jesus.
really?
Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ. And so that was when it was Tanner, pedophile Tanner, sitting with the girl, Back to the Future mom.
Yeah.
And Leah Thompson. And he's, they're throwing the football and so, you queer's gonna play? And they're like,
that's
no.
right,
And he's like, all right. He just turns away. So twice in this movie, he is toxic as shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Charlie Sheen, 19 years old. Is he doing coke at this time, you guys think?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
With his dad, like, readily available to him at all times. I mean, he probably has no septum. It's just straight up one hole. Anyway, let's see here. Luis, what kind of notes do you have?
I was gonna say when they got to the gas station, why did they leave the dad?
Very good question. I have that written down too.
He was in there, but the first speed bump, he fucking flopped out of the truck. They just kept
Well,
going.
he said he was getting something about the mom, that he was gonna wait for the mom or something, right? Or
Well, so, okay, he wasn't anybody's dad because C. Thomas Howell hugged him.
yeah, he was.
C. Thomas Howell hugged him, but then C. Thomas Howell asked later, where's my dad? And he's like, oh, your dad was...
Different guy.
Which one hugged him then?
It was two sets of old
it
guys?
wasn't
one of
Daryl.
them was related to him.
It wasn't Daryl because Daryl's dad was the mayor.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Colombian kid, maybe?
Because we saw his dad get shot.
Well, that, but he was like, he's waving at him. And then it wasn't Swayze's in his because his
No.
dad was the rugged guy in the
Yeah.
tank. So whose dad was it? Because those are the only guys that were there.
It was the young kid.
Danny?
Yeah.
I don't think it was Danny's either.
I don't know.
I think Danny...
Doesn't someone say dad?
Yeah,
I don't
someone
think-
said
You're
Yeah,
that.
mixing him up.
They
old
definitely
man
hug
and-
him.
Old man in the gas station and then old man and old lady in the house.
Yeah, that's
they're not
not-
the same person, right?
Wait. There's two old people?
Yeah.
There's two sets of old people.
I believe so.
Yeah,
'Cause
there's one that gives them the ammo at the gas station, and then there's the other one that has like a radio inside of like an.
I thought
ice
that
box
was the
or
same
something.
people.
That's the girl's granddad.
Where was he? I thought that was the gas station house.
No.
Are you sure?
Not sure. I'm not sure at all.
Yeah, no,
I
you
could be
really,
wrong.
if you really
Okay.
think about it.
So-
I don't think they're different people.
No.
Yeah, I think I could absolutely be wrong.
No, because at one point he was already saying like, "Oh yeah, your dad's dead."
Right. That was when they already came back from town, and they already Swayze and them already saw their dad in the concentration camp or whatever.
Yeah.
And then C. Thomas Howell was like, "Hey, have you
That's a
seen my
different-
dad?"
That's a different dad.
Yeah, he looks different.
I think that's
Am I
C.
going to watch this movie
Thomas's-
again?
So
I think that's C.
Gas
Thomas's
station-
dad at the gas station.
Yeah, gas station
And then the
dad.
old man down by the river and his grandma.
And
They
the
tell
kid-
him his dad died. I could be wrong though.
I don't know. Okay, I'll watch it again. I'll check it and I'll text you guys. And whether if I'm right, I'm gonna send you a thumbs up. If I'm wrong, I'll send you a dick pic.
Not yours.
It's a
right?
win-win. Yeah, it's gonna be yours. You're just asleep in bed.
It's from my window outside my window. The heck?
It's a video like, what is that out there?
Free stalking.
It's naked. What is that?
No.
Yeah, definitely stalking. Anyway, so you have
Free stalk.
that is a great note. And so yeah, why do they just leave the guy? Maybe because he's old. Like he might.
I
Not,
mean, the idea is like preserving the youth
Sure.
to fight on or something like that. You know?
Wolverines, man. I you didn't notice, but 2 episodes ago, I already planned to watch Red Dawn.
Plus, they just needed kids. The point is, it's kids.
Yeah, I
up
get
in
it. Yeah. But I had said Wolverines in the way of our episode, and that was just foreshadowing the fact that we're going to do Red Dawn. You just know. Okay. Anyway, Lewis, what else you got?
I was gonna say Patrick Swayze's character. How old is he from?
I would say 20.
Yeah?
Max. I would assume.
And then the other kids are like 16
16, 17,
because
probably.
they're treating him like
Because they're
if he was-
juniors.
Yeah.
I think Sheen said he was a junior or something like that, being a junior.
Okay.
So he had the 1 year. So I would assume Swayze is at least 1 year adjacent.
Okay.
So like 19-ish, 20 maybe. What do you
Maybe
think?
just graduated, maybe.
Maybe because at the beginning he's you should be embarrassed of that with the score. And
I see.
you lost too, Jid. That intro of meeting Charlie Sheen, I was like, oh man, I don't remember this interaction. It was just so shit. Like, oh, it's
pretty dry.
You're pretty, yeah. And they say bye to him when he's driving away. There's no way they fucking heard that. He's like, bye, Jib. And he's already 40 feet away in his big old Ford truck. Notice the accent I put on that? I got my Ford truck.
True.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that they're treating him like Uncle Rico, like Napoleon.
Yeah.
Dynamite.
I was
Like,
gonna
oh,
say he was just this close to
Old
telling me to
ass.
do that fucking
Yeah.
football over the mountain.
RPGs are not accurate and they are very risky to use because those things they're just a grenade on a little rocket, And I've seen video recently of someone trying to use one of those and it just blew up. Like, as he was trying to shoot it, like, blew up. He was okay. Yeah. I mean, mentally he's dead, but no, but he is okay. He has just like 3rd-degree burns all over this area and shit like that. Yeah, because the barrel of the RPG expanded, like, blew out. It wasn't the rocket itself, but the thing did.
Because I saw the super slow-mo guys video of where they RPG that jello body, the gelatin body.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Well, when they started shooting the RPGs, I also made think of, like you said earlier, Black Hawk Down. RPG! Yeah. And then just... But the damage that these RPGs do in this movie is very little. It should still be doing more damage. And it's like when he shoots the helicopter late in the movie, it's like a little bit of smoke in that armored helicopter. That still would have done enough damage because it hit the inside of it.
Would it have, like, opened it up?
I don't know if it'd fillet it, like, but it definitely would have done a lot of damage.
Yeah, that one was weird. Yeah,
it was just like a
because he shot it right in there.
Killed the guy in there. The guy fell. If he didn't die from that explosion, he died from that fall.
Yeah.
And I was gonna.
The guy grabbed it and then it just took him out of the helicopter.
Yeah, he guided it out of the and he just went through the other side. Yeah, it's like a minivan,
like the bad guy from True Lies.
Yeah, you're fired. So RPGs though are again, they're very volatile. Mike, do you have any notes?
I do. First things first, John Milius, the director, is a fucking douche.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just want to interject one time. So I think you both could be right because here I wrote this note that says, so why did the dad send them off?
You see?
And so again, but I don't know if that's.
I think someone said the word dad.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But that's why I don't know which kid it could have been. Danny. It absolutely could have been.
Well, so one of the problems with the movie is
a lot of white people.
A lot of white people.
Not a lot of people.
It starts fast, which is fine.
What did you say? It was furious too?
Because you, it's too fast.
Yeah.
Someone say too fast. But
it's a furious 8, really, because there's 8 of them, and so there's a furious.
Because I had read that it's supposed to be kind of was supposed to be kind of like a survivalist movie, like up in the hills.
Yeah.
And then
run to
right. Like almost Lord of the Flies ish, right? Okay. And then they just made it like kind of military style.
No pig heads, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. But if it starts so early, that's fine because you don't really learn anything about anybody until they get up in the mountains. But then you don't really learn about anybody up in the mountains either. Like when the stupid mayor's son becomes a traitor. Like when did that happen?
Yeah, he just says, "I went into town."
He just says it and like, okay, you just checked off a box. Now
he swallowed that, right?
Yeah, they made him ingest it. Yeah. Which he's
could only last for, just digging through his shit every
every
4 days.
Yeah, just gets it wet and then just pushes it back up in there. But it's like a little antenna on the back of it. But okay, so I mean, yeah,
guys, it's not me. Like flashing red light.
Silent alarm activated.
Yeah. I just farted in high pitch.
Yeah. Okay, so why is the director shitty? Why is he a douche?
He's a super douche. So he's like friends with all like the Spielberg and the George Lucas, which doesn't make him bad.
Yeah.
But he's like super militaristic, right? Okay. But he's one of those guys, kind of like John Wayne.
He's French.
But it's always like, oh yeah, I would have went into the military, but my asthma was too bad. I wish I could have served.
I had a left toe.
Exactly.
You had a left toe?
So like all his movies is just like gung-ho bullshit.
Yeah.
And he's like on all these like, right-wing think tanks and shit like that. Like he's some kind of fucking expert because he made like fucking 2 war movies. And he's one of those guys just like, oh, I'm too far out there for the left of Hollywood to be. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Did he write it?
Yeah, he wrote it.
Yeah, he co-wrote it.
From his story, and then co-wrote it with some Kevin dude. But well, if you know, like The Big Lebowski, John Goodman character, it's kind of based on him.
Oh, okay.
Super big and always has a gun with him or some shit like that. So
it's based on this guy, this director. Okay. Like the thing about those kind of people where I would have served, but I have friends that are like that like, oh, I couldn't do it because I didn't, let's just use yours example. Like I had asthma, but yet they have all these guns. They're super right wing. Everything they talk, it's military shit, but yet you never fucking served.
Yeah, you're fucking cosplaying with the fucking vest on. With
you might as well be stolen valor, these motherfuckers, if they're gonna just put that shit on. They're so hard for it, but that is troubling. I mean, I didn't care about any of these directors or writers or anything, but it's good to know like that, he's just like that. He's just shitty.
Like, and it's even when like I just read stuff about like interviews he's doing, it's like just comes out like super fucking douchey. Like it's like, oh yeah, I was a voracious reader, so if I had to speak in Dickens or if I had to speak in Hemingway, I could do it. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Pretentious sounding.
Super pretentious.
What war was going on around that time, 1984?
Oh, Vietnam. He wrote.
Yeah.
Apocalypse Now.
Oh.
So they were out there in the jungle thinking they're fucking jungle, but they're just being super fucking douches, high on drugs. Like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, he bothers me, just in general.
So this happening, right? Let's just say this was going to happen, and we're in the 80s. Do you think that the U.S. would just take a back seat on this? Because I feel like they would just bomb the shit out of it, or just go in there with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of soldiers and just fucking do it. But the way they made the U.S. government seem at this time was like, when it's happening, right? Oh, let's just send a helicopter. It's just one helicopter floating. Yeah, a single helicopter. And he's lighting them up, and then, yay, let's get up in the hills. Yeah. But then at nighttime, that one helicopter's like still, shooting shit up. I'm like, guys, you couldn't send a couple of jets. You couldn't send a couple more helicopters, just one. Maybe in the budget, they can only afford one helicopter at that time. But fuck.
It did feel unrealistic when you were watching it.
Oh, for sure. Dude. Whether this happened in the 80s or now, I would say within 5 hours, there's going to be a presence there you're going to have the National Guard there. You're going to have the police officers. I know this is a small town, but like, I don't think there's anywhere in the United States, if we had foreign people come here, that we would just sit back and be like,
unless there was other attacks that were happening at the same time.
That's fair. But I feel like we still have enough reserves and enough people and allies. Now, again, I know this movie takes place as to like England was in shambles and all.
Well, that's how they
well, they were able to get here.
Well, no, that's how they explain it too. Like NATO disbanded.
Mm-hmm.
So like
China was our ally. I think he said.
And it like a bunch of people
in the UK.
Yeah, and he's like, a couple, like 100 million. He's like, I thought China's a billion. He's like, it used to be. And I was like, ooh, really? That's a lot of dead Chinese people. Fuck.
If there's a world war, China's getting fucked.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
They're getting fucked.
They're good.
Germany's for some reason going to get fucked. And but I think everywhere else. Russia, no, they got a lot of nuclear warheads over in Russia. God damn.
So one thing I wanted to ask you guys, if we were in this war, right? Would you be the hero character?
Yes.
The coward character?
Luis.
Or the traitor?
Mike.
Okay, there we go. Go
ahead, Luis. Yeah, you're the guest. What do you think? What do you think would you be?
I would go to the mountains.
Okay.
But does that make you the hero leader, or does that make you okay? What was your? I'm sorry. It was leader,
hero,
coward,
okay.
Coward, or traitor.
Okay. Yeah. Well done, hero. Yeah. Hero. Okay.
I don't know.
I think I'd be hero.
Brandon's got a lot of traitor energy.
Like here's the thing.
Talking his way out of a situation.
When people if people get hurt and stuff like that, or if I see someone being like mistreated, like I'll step up or something. Like a while ago, there's a car accident that I didn't witness it, but I was close enough to it.
Caused it.
I was close enough to it that I
saw it in my rear view.
So I went over there to see if everybody's okay. And this lady was in the car, and I was like, "Do you need to come out?" Because I didn't want her to move. She's an older lady, but she wanted to get out of the car, and the door was jammed, but it was like slightly ajar. So I just
oh yeah, you told me.
Yeah, I just opened it for her. She got out. I got her on the curb. It's just naturally you want to help people, like when you see something happen, right? And so it's just, I feel like I have that slight, not necessarily heroism, but just that
generosity,
the urge to help.
Yeah, and so if I'm not like a leader to the heroes, which is fine, but I think I would be a part of the revolution, and maybe not a Swayze, but like I could be a Swayze, but probably more of like the
see like the most like character development seems like it was C. Thomas Howell, who went from like normal to like cold-blooded killer.
He went hard.
He went super hard.
Yeah. Like I love that about him because not only he's willing
That's
to
the
kill.
thing, like you want to see something like develop up there.
Yeah.
But then like the other buddy and like the young guy, he's probably like a freshman or sophomore, right?
If that, yeah.
Yeah.
He said 15? I think he said he was 15. Yeah, so that's sophomore, yeah.
Lots of crying at the beginning. So.
Oh yeah. I want to go back. Yeah, Daryl's the biggest bitch. Daryl's the biggest bitch. Even though I knew that was coming.
But there wasn't much discussion of him being other than the beginning, and then he kind of disappears for 40% of the movie, and then he all of a sudden he's a traitor. I'm like, where did all this bullshit happen then?
Yeah,
because even like you were saying with the pilot who comes, Powers,
Tanner. Powers Boothe, yes, yeah.
But that was his last name. They called him Andy in the thing, but
I thought they called him Tanner.
No, I meant on IMDb.
Oh, okay.
But
his name is Tanner, right? I swear they called him Tanner.
Okay,
sorry. Maybe it was Andy Tanner. Whatever happened to the breakboard?
No, like you were
saying. Wait, I just mixed up two completely different shows. I just did Family Matters, and that was Full House. Those are the Tanners. So Full House.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Full House is. I'm glad I got that because whatever happened to the that's Full House, right?
Yeah. The paperboy.
Yeah, that's Full House.
Yeah,
and then
everywhere you look.
Yeah, and then Family Matters was
Dun, 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 dun.
No, that's the Full House, motherfucker. Yeah, that's the Full House. I think I did.
It's the same composer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
Oh,
know
is
that.
it? Oh,
So
okay.
that's why they sound
Okay,
so
fine.
similar.
Okay,
That
fine.
and Step by Step too.
Okay, and also you completely avoided what you'd either be a hero or coward. So he's the traitor for sure.
Oh, you're the
because he
traitor?
avoided it. So he was like, "Oh,
what would you
yeah."
do, Mike?
Yeah, Mike's doing shifty eyes right now. You guys can't see it.
I would definitely lots of crying.
Okay, yeah.
I'm actually okay in like situations if they happen quickly enough or you don't have time to prepare.
So if it's too slow, then you think about it.
So then I get freaked out, like,
so yeah,
"Ah!"
Stockholm syndrome. It is.
Would you coward and then be a hero?
Yeah, I think
I need a
I would
hero.
come along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you would need time to process.
No, I would die fast.
Yeah?
That's all I know.
Like, hey, Mike.
Whoever dies the fastest.
Like, remember when they asked the girl, like, hey, go check that stuff? And she's like, all right, that'd be Mike. Hey,
Yep.
Mike, go check that out. And he's eating poison food or something like that. He's just foaming at the mouth. Oh, glad Mike ate it. Okay, so you believe that you'd likely be a hero, though, but you'd have to have your own character
No,
development?
I'd be a coward and I'd die.
Okay, sweet. Well, you can be a hero and die. They're all here, except for Daryl. Like, they're all heroes and died. And so, you know.
No, I would like hand them my guns, like, I'll suck your dick, and then just pump me full of rounds.
I'll suck your uncircumcised cock, you Russian fucking. Let's see here. Drink blood. That scene fucked me up. I didn't remember that when he's like, "Yeah, you got to drink."
Oh,
It's
I
your
forgot that too,
It's
yeah.
your first time. You got it, and he's just like chugging it, just dripping down his face.
Was it warm?
That's what makes him
because
hard,
it was
huh?
Yeah,
alive?
because it was steaming. Yeah.
Oh.
Was it?
That's what makes him hard.
I get it. That's truly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what turned him, right?
Yeah.
Killing the deer because he had never killed the deer before. He drank the blood, so now
a
he's
placebo.
now he has a
Oh,
taste for blood.
surprisingly easy.
Run faster, boy! He has a taste for blood.
He was a Wolverine. He's howling like a wolf.
My doctor says I gotta stop doing that.
Wait, what sound do Wolverines make?
I Deadpool Wolverine, buddy. It's coming out this year. Let's see here. I understand they want to know, but to go into town. But to go in, so they want to know what's going on with in the town, the families and stuff like that. How do they sneak into town first and foremost?
Awful lot of just walking around. And,
Yeah, they're
but I
able
mean,
to
it makes
just-
sense like an occupied force. Like,
But
you're
how did
lo-
they sneak in? There
How'd
was
they
like
get
a
in?
whole
Yeah.
force,
Not a-
surrounding the city.
Yeah, maybe there's no fences, right? Well, there should be if they're smart enough. But they just walk in there. They don't show it, but they're casually just walking around the streets.
And they're talking super loud.
Yeah,
Like-
and that they're looking for you guys. Like you think that those other Russians or where are the other guys from?
Nicaragua,
Okay,
Cuba.
South America. Like that they would know the kids' faces or something along those lines. One of them, Charlie Sheen, is wearing the Wolverine's goddamn Letterman. So and then they do it again like later. I'm just like, how the fuck are they getting in the town? How did Leah Thompson do it? Like, it's just that part kind of.
I like how she's like a gorilla, like in town, and like bombing them from the inside. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, honey, where's
Real-
yours?
real
Like,
Battlefield
I'll be here
Algiers
when you get
style.
back. She's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll be right back.
Like true insurgency,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, I dig it.
Let's see here. But again, why I wouldn't do that. Like knowing that the town is occupied, I would watch from a distance. Like, okay, what's going on here? What are we seeing? And then maybe try to plan, but not go in. Like they left their guns
That takes a lot of
somewhere.
balls.
It does, but like then they were there for all day. Like let's just say they got there at 2, so they can talk to people, and they stayed until nighttime.
Yep.
And then to be like, avenge me, which was a very hard scene. That dad's monologue was pretty good, but
Someone would have noticed them at that point.
you would think,
Yeah,
3
like,
kids.
The dad's all screaming, and I thought to myself, I'm like, dude, this dude's screaming, avenge me.
Yeah.
Who the heck
Who's he
is he talking to? Yeah.
But maybe they didn't understand English at the time. He's like saying that. They're like, okay. And,
Okay.
or I don't know how to say what in
Yeah. No,
Russian. So let's see here. Mike, do you have any other notes?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys are the same. But people starving in movies makes me sad.
Well, yeah, that's life, buddy. That's
It like really bums me out. So like when they when that food falls off the crate and they're like, oh, so happy to like just be eating an orange and apple and stuff like that. It always makes me teary eyed.
Castaway?
Yeah, exactly.
makes me sadder that the next scene, like she's dead. Like where she gets shot up.
Oh,
if she
yeah,
got hit
by
by
the
those helicopter bullets, she
would
split
have
in half.
eviscerated, yeah.
Yeah, she would have
100%.
been lit up. Just like when they're
She would
shooting.
have been grabbing like the half corpse, like
Yeah,
Save Her Ryan.
Like she looks like it. Yeah, because even there's the times when they're on the turrets on the vehicles.
Yeah.
that would light people up, like split in half. But they're getting hit like it's a 9mm. Like
She got
man, it's
shot
PG-13,
like
take it easy.
two
I
or
get it.
3 times.
It's not fucking RoboCop.
yeah, she got hit at least twice. She's like, you guys got any ace bandages? How about some Neosporin? I need to just cover this wound. Let's see here.
Like, oh god, my spine's gone.
Do you think? Yeah, I have no internal
like
organs.
a whole chunk.
Yeah. Do you think? Okay, if you guys think about your parents, don't cry. Do you think that they would survive something like this?
Fuck no.
My parents?
They're way old.
Nope. Diabetes.
Let's just say this
shot.
is in their
Your
prime.
dad would live.
I think my dad would too. Yeah. Let's say they're in their prime. They're younger, right? Let's just say they're in their early 40s. Would they still? That's not their prime, but like they're still.
I think my mom would.
Okay. So your dad, you should just push him
Hell
down.
no.
Take him. Like she pushed me because you don't have to run. If you and I are running, I don't have to run faster.
Yeah.
What is it? I don't have to run. I just got to run faster than you. So I just trip you, knock you down, and just keep going. So the bear gets you, or the fucking Russians. But
I think
anyway,
the point is we all need some weapons. So
Yeah.
what we're saying.
yeah, we need to be radicalized.
Arm
right?
ourselves.
Hear me out. Yeah, and then we need to pledge to our Lord and Savior Donald Trump. And then I think we need to go buy some more tiki torches.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Buy his shoes.
so in their 30s. You're younger. You're in your teens. Are they going to survive?
Nah.
Okay. In the
my
prime years.
mom would, because she was an aerobics instructor, so she was all buff and she was
Neurobics? What are neurobics?
like, aerobics.
Oh, aerobics. I'm sorry. Okay.
aerobics.
How'd you not? You didn't.
Well, you said neurobics, so I thought that was something different
She
than
was,
aerobics.
sorry.
So she was fit.
And she did kickboxing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And your dad, he's just no.
No,
My parents
lots of
salsa
beer.
danced. Did that? You think that would help them?
They can dun, 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 their way around some of the. I don't know any moves for salsa. I was gonna say like they're gonna
The Cuban.
do-si do.
Oh, there you go.
Soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go out.
Just start playing it, and she has a.
They would be spies. There
Exactly.
You go.
Yeah.
There you go.
exactly.
Blend in.
It's Mr. and Miss Smith.
They would have turned traitor.
Give me some rum.
Yeah, well, they would have been given the secrets to us, the gorillas, so we can take them out. I think my dad would survive.
Let's go kill some kids. Let's go, kids. All those kids in the mountains. Sorry.
Good one, Mike. My mom would die for sure.
Damn, I should have saved that for the end song. Son of a bitch.
You're so stupid. Luis, what else do you have? Unless you have anything in your head mentally.
Where are the animals?
Ah.
I mean, there was
they're
only
dead.
one that they shot. What about the bears or,
in
Maybe
Colorado.
How come
there's no bears in Colorado at this time. Maybe the bears are hibernating because it's fucking September. I don't think they've been
October.
hibernating yet,
Yeah.
but like it's almost winter time, so maybe they're starting to.
I would have been worried about getting eaten by a bear.
Yeah.
Mountain
Well,
lion.
with having enough of them around, maybe that would scare the animals too. You know, you have like 8 kids out there. They are starting fires. They're making little huts, which they had at least 2 houses. It seems like they made like 2 huts, maybe 1, but for sure 1, but there might have been 2. But that's a good question. So either they hunted all the animals, or it's
starving.
hibernation time.
Yeah.
They were hungry.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
They had all that meat, but they couldn't eat it for I don't know why.
they had all those Campbell soups, and they ate them all in like 3 days. They don't know how to preserve.
I
them.
like Campbell soup.
So much sodium in that shit, dude.
Noodle or
Okay.
tomato?
I didn't say it was good for me. I'm just saying I like it.
That's fair.
Chicken noodle or tomato?
I even like the clam chowder too.
I can only do tomato with grilled cheese. I can't do it by
I
itself.
never eat tomatoes.
I don't either. I
This
don't.
is just eating paste.
No.
You're just eating
It's
red water.
watery.
Yeah, you're just eating red water.
Do you like it though?
Yeah.
So when the grilled cheese, yes, by itself, I cannot.
Right.
Like I could do a bisque, like
Does
a
it taste
lobster
like
bisque.
ketchup? What does it taste?
No.
It's more like
It's
ketchup.
sweet, right?
Ketchup. It is a little sweet. It's not like that. Like a ketchup is like a thicker, right? This is definitely waterier, depending on where you get it.
Yeah.
But if you do the Campbell's, it's definitely watery, and it actually, I think the recipe even asks you to
And
put
it's
water
not,
in
and
there.
it's not as sweet as ketchup.
Right.
Okay, but you just use it to dip your grilled cheese. Okay, that's all right.
But I typically, if I do it, I make mine a little thicker, so that way when I dunk it, it sticks. I don't want it to be dripping down. Like I hate a runny ranch. Like I like typically a little thicker.
Really?
ranch.
I love a watery ranch.
The thing about a watery ranch is I'd be inclined to want to just drink it, and I don't want to just drink it. So that's why it has to be thicker. So like
I'm a fucking savage, and it stops me from being such.
I'm aware. So like okay, so you and I both love Ambrose. Have we taken you to Ambrose, Luis? Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, stop living so fucking
What
far.
kind of
then.
friends? I know you, dickhead.
You would have to come here, and then you have to go another fucking 40 minutes.
Where's it at?
None of your
La
goddamn
Mirada?
business. La Mirada.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Santa Gertrudis and Imperial.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to
Oh,
work
you
there.
read the meters over there. Yeah.
There's a skate shop over there that I would still go into and look at this. But they have like is that skate tricks? Is
Want to
that
see
skate
my Brandon impression?
Yeah.
Sick.
I used to never say that word sick, but now I say it as like
the
a joke.
fuck outta
I
here.
swear to God, I say sicky narnar, but that does like a but that's as a joke. I'm never serious.
It's a
Noise.
I
That's the line you have to-
I say
yeah.
whack a lot. Like, nah, that's
Yeah.
whack. Like, but I don't know.
Because I say like bruh and stuff a lot, but being silly. But if I say it too many times,
BRUH?
yeah,
I
it
was-
just becomes your language.
I saw Alfonso a while ago, and his son Julius is now 8, and he says "bruh." He's like "bruh." Like I'm like, where did you get this shit? But like I got in a very heated debate with this child about Pokemon. Like imagine me, a nearly 40-year-old man arguing with an 8-year-old boy.
Well, if they're wrong, they're wrong.
He's
They need to
100%
learn.
wrong. Yeah. So he was like, "Oh, Pokemon's original." I was like, "You got some news coming to you because it is not an original game. There was a game prior to Pokemon that's where it kind of borderlined copyright." And he's like, "No, it didn't," because we were talking about Power World, and he's like, "Power World just sounds like Pokemon." I was like, "Yeah, it kind of is, but it looks better than Pokemon because it's a 3D world. You can do all this shit." He's like, "I don't play like imitation stuff," and I was like, "Well, Pokemon is 100%," and he's like, "No, it's not." I was like, "What?" And so where we were talking, other people overheard, and they're like looking, like listening to the conversation. And when I got to the point of like, it's 100%, like it's a copy of another, and they're like nodding, and I was like, "It's fucking right." But this kid would not take it,
Yeah.
and I was getting upset. And Alfonso was just like, and I was like, okay, because I was pretty sure I was getting red faced, like I was gonna like clenched white
Thin ice,
knuckles,
buddy.
Yeah.
So what is it a copy of?
I thought it was Pocket Monsters initially is what I think they called Pokemon, but the game prior to it, let me see.
Gotta pocket them all. That's not as catchy. Not as catchy.
It's not because like there's other imitations of Pokemon. Like there was Digimon, but that's not quite. Let me see all that.
Monster Rancher. Remember that one?
Digimon and Midgimon, Shigimon.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
That was after. That was a card game.
I'm so glad I don't listen or watch or
Monster
play any of
Rancher.
that.
It was Monster Rancher
Monster
that came
Rancher.
out first? What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
Oh,
again,
I love that band.
Monster Rancher.
I like Cat of Decapitation better.
Space.
Wait, do you guys think you're gonna go to that Pomona thing? Are you gonna go, Luis?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's a tough ticket.
I'll send you money if you go. Get me one.
Like
Only
a
if you go.
shirt or something. What do you mean? Get him something?
A ticket.
Oh, okay.
If he's buying tickets, like I'll send him money. He can buy me one too.
But I'm sorry. It's $200 for a weekend, or
It's
$200
only,
a day.
it's only, I think, Saturday only, right? Yeah.
That many bands in one fucking day.
That's why. It
That's
doesn't
like
make any
30
sense.
bands. Why?
You have to be
That's
running from stage
why.
to stage.
I could. So I know a few of those bands, and I
Hey, you
would
just watch like two songs.
Just go for the hits.
yeah. I think I know
One, two,
enough of those
fuck you.
bands where I can see a few of those. But as you guys know, I don't like live music. But I would say
Don't tell anyone that ever.
out of those like
That makes you a terrible
let's
person.
say out of those 20 bands that are there roughly.
More.
Those look
Okay,
like
let's
fucking
just
30
let's just
or
say 30 bands. I probably know well enough 5 of them to know like the difference in them. And but if they had Dead Kennedys, though, I think that'd be fun. But I mean, I've never seen Danzig or like Misfits, and that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But that's even if he shows up because that guy's flaky as dandruff. Anyhow, so I have an additional note where it's after we talk about our parents. Why did those other guys have to help the dad? So he was when they were in the concentration camp or whatever, and they were holding his arms when they left, and they even walked up there helping him.
Yeah.
Just thinking, did he get hurt at some point? He has a little bloody face.
Yeah.
I was
but like
looking at my note. What
the dad of Jed and Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, they come carrying him.
They were carrying him to the fence, and they carried him away from the fence. But then later in the movie, you see him standing by himself. So
Well,
like,
remember the kids are wanted, correct?
Correct.
So they were probably torturing him to get info on his kids, but
that's
he
fair.
wouldn't give them up.
But
That's
he's
fair.
standing fine.
And then they fucking
he's-
walk up to the fence.
But
Like,
he's
maybe keep an eye on this guy. Maybe.
But he's standing fine when they shoot him.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe he
Which
healed.
would you have sang the Star Spangled Banner or whatever the fuck that was?
Nah.
Or would
I
you
was
stand there
saying,
in solidarity?
It's
and-
raining men.
Yeah, of course you would. Yeah. I mean, what would be your song to die to,
Hey,
Luis?
sister, so sister, so sister.
Is that the Lady Marmalade?
Yeah.
version? Okay, good. Okay. Luis, do you have a song that you would die to?
I don't know.
It's Strokes.
No.
What about stroking? Stroking what?
I don't know.
When I think of Lewis, I think of the Strokes.
If they had a piano or a synthesizer, it would be the Who.
That's fair. I think if I was gonna die, like it's this one song I could just sing, it would be "What's the Difference Between Me and You" or "What's the Difference" by Dr. Dre. I don't know. I just know that song like the whole fucking way through.
Go
You
for
got
it.
Eminem, you got Exhibit,
Yeah.
like all their parts.
Exhibit
Just
Z?
nailed it. Yeah, I love Exhibit. Not as a Pimp My Ride Exhibit, but as a musician. Oh, he's fucking great. Busta Rhymes too.
Yeah, he's good.
Very
I
much
told
love
you
Busta
Busta
Rhymes.
played the halftime show at the last Rams game, right?
No.
Fuck yeah.
What did he play?
Everything.
But you don't know what he played?
Wait, what is it?
I know. I don't think he could spit that fast anymore, but I mean, obviously.
He was spitting it, dude. I don't know.
All right, that's fair. Let's see here.
So you thought.
He did a medley of fucking everything.
Okay. They shot. Okay, so there's those 3 Russian guys, and when they're taking the photos, and they see the girl or whatever, they see a gun first, and the girl runs away like, "Hey, get over here!" So they shoot the one guy that was trying to crawl up, dead, right? So he's like, "Help me, comrades!" And they shoot him in the back, and then the other 2 guys go after the guy, the boys running away, and they light both of those soldiers up. Who's the soldier that gets back into the Jeep?
I don't know.
He was already shot.
He was, yes. But when, okay.
No, there was 2 initially, and it was 2 soldiers, Russian soldiers, and then there was another one that was Nicaragua one.
Okay.
So there was 3 of them only.
That's fine. Yeah, correct. There's only
Yeah.
3. So the guy,
The other one-
big guy,
Yeah.
got shot first trying to crawl away.
Yeah.
She shot him in the back. And then the other 2, one Nicaraguan and one Russian,
Yeah.
chased the other guys, but they both got shot. And
Yeah.
they both, visually, we see on screen,
Yeah.
fall to the ground.
Yeah.
And then the next scene up, the guy gets up and he's getting to the Jeep. And I was like, where the fuck did this guy come from? Because all these
Look,
guys.
all
just
I
got
know is
lit
the
up.
guy who went up to the Jeep was already shot, so they shot him at some point.
Correct.
Then he got
So-
shot
But
in
to
the
think
head.
to get away,
Yeah.
like those other kids
Maybe
were
he
there
was
with their
kicking it in
guns.
the back,
No, I don't.
but
like
they
it.
don't tell you.
It makes me think of the Die Hard water jug thing again, where it's like how many guys
That's
are really
perfectly
there?
explained.
How?
I told you.
But
just
we
did
saw
it.
them fall. So how did they get? Why were the kids like, okay, you can go ahead and go. Like we shot you twice, you're gonna die. Like no, if I say a guy get up
Did
after
you
I
see
just
the
shot
same
him.
thing? First off, I think you're overthinking it.
I
Getting
probably
lost in
am.
the weeds. But is that how you saw this? It made sense when I watched
They
it.
shot a lot of people.
First
I'm
off,
not-
you're wrong because
not.
the first guy gets an arrow to the back.
He
Yeah.
gets an arrow, yes, and he's like, and then she shoots him in the back
Shoots
with a
him.
gun.
Yeah, it's the
Let's
older
just say,
guy.
right? Bigger, stockier
yeah,
guy.
he goes
Dead.
down.
He's done.
So there's
but the other 2.
There's the guy with the camera, and then the other guy that was wanting to be photographed, or no,
He
he
was a
wanted
pho-
to be photographed. You know, they were
I
photographing
think it's the
him.
guy who she goes like hits a bunch of times.
she
I don't
just
think
sprays
that's
him?
up.
I'll find the clip and I'll.
Apparently, these bullets aren't that bad in this world because you can get fucking lit
They're
up
only
by
like 9
fucking
millimeters.
anti
Everything is 9 millimeters.
BB
Yeah, so
guns.
it's just, ow.
BB guns.
Ow.
That tickles.
Let's see. Oh, so
Uzi 9mm.
when Charlie Sheen's like, hey, go make yourself useful. And then she gets all upset about him, right? He's
Yeah.
like, what did I do? Famous words. What did I do? Like, typical man,
Yeah.
this guy, like, what did I say to this woman that was so offensive? Telling her to go make herself useful and clean some dishes. How is that? Fucking asshole. But he's also like 17.
If anything, she's been doing more. She's
Yeah.
been bombing places.
Yeah, she was the scout that goes out on her own.
Yeah.
But this wasn't there.
She's
that
the
wasn't
bait.
that wasn't.
Oh,
yet.
that
I'm just
was
saying in
before.
general.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
After
She's the
the-
bait who's like,
Yeah.
oh no, and then she runs away, and then they come out of the hiding spots.
She died with a grenade.
So the firing squad, when they kill all the parents, a few of those guys were using the heavy artillery that's on the vehicle. Again, those parents would have been split.
Yeah.
Eviscerated.
Let's see here. Don't cry. That's some tough love.
Don't cry.
Don't cry. Save it for later, or use it for later.
No, he said use it for something else.
Yeah, to masturbate to.
Yeah.
That's what I thought he was. I mean, I don't know what.
Cheers is lube.
Yeah,
That's how I do it.
No.
Yeah, you probably do. But like,
That reminds me, I need to buy some lotion.
yeah, no, you know what you need to do is you need to buy some like Epsom salt so you can make yourself cry, or it's just something to make you cry. 'Cause that's the only thing you can use. But that's tough. Like, don't cry. Hey, no more of that. Embraces, but don't cry. You be fucking tough. Which I get.
I like the end. I like their end together.
the brothers.
Real like
the brothers.
Last Samurai or what other movie am I thinking of?
Brothers
The
together.
Thing.
Well,
Like
the
just
thing is a
two-
little different because
Yeah, but it's just two dudes dying. And
one of
like-
them's dying. One of them's the thing.
or neither of them could have been the Thing.
No, I'm pretty sure because there's a lot of debate about the thing. I'll get.
I'm
into
not here to debate it.
Here's what we're gonna debate.
fucking-
Really quick.
All right.
You see Kurt Russell breathing. You can see his
If
breath.
it's not Master, I don't want to debate.
And then you don't see the other guy any breath coming out of him. So what is he holding his breath the whole time? So you never see the breath, but constantly you see Kurt Russell's coming out.
Don't you need light
What?
to see the
yeah,
breath?
there's light in there. What are you talking about?
so.
All right, I don't want to get. I'm going to
So if
debate
you're
more.
if If the other person was a thing, he wouldn't be breathing?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, the creature didn't need to breathe.
Okay, we should do the thing.
I would love to do the thing.
Ooh, next year, the first season,
Oh
or
my
first
God.
episode of the season.
Yeah, it's a Christmas special.
But anyway,
it's a
I
Christmas
like
special. The thing.
Well, one,
'Cause
I like
technically that is a Christmas movie because you use some Christmas shit in the background. So anything you see Christmas, it's a Christmas
it
movie.
is a light. Is
Yeah, it's the one light that didn't go out.
that yellow or is it kind of red? Okay, that
Yeah,
counts as a Christmas
yeah.
movie.
What are you gonna say?
But one, I like the Cuban colonel, like not shooting them because
Mm-hmm.
he's like, okay, they're kids. Two, I'm
They're
over
hurt.
this. I'm over
They're
this.
already
war.
hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. In his letter that he was reading prior, he's like, "I can't wait to embrace you." Like he sees it as pointless. Like,
Yeah, that was kind of interesting that they just did that.
He
towards
has the
end.
most character development of any of the characters.
True.
well, okay, does he? Because here's what I have.
Him and C. Thomas Howell.
So the general, the Colombian general, Nicaraguan. I'm sorry.
No,
Nicaraguan-
he's Cuban, I think.
Okay, come on. Okay, so the the general, he initially.
He's a colonel too.
Okay, God damn it.
The Russian guy's the general.
Okay, and he gets got by
got got
RPG.
good,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which hold on. Okay, before I get to the colonel or the general, when that one guy was chasing Swayze and Sheen, and they RPG the Russian guy, was the guy that was chasing him for
He
a
was
second?
behind-
He was behind them.
Yeah.
Was he like too bright? Like was the bright light is what? I
Yeah,
think, 'cause
what
he's
a fucking
he's like,
pussy.
"Ah!"
That would have been me. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Remember, I had to wear my sunglasses
Yeah.
earlier.
But like he.
But did that burn him? Or
I have no
My
idea.
ear
'cause-
was, my
'cause-
eyes teary.
I was
eyed.
confused by that
Sheen and
shot,
Milius were
like,
like, let's do it. If I saw that guy fall, like just take his gun and like
You
point
shoot him
blank.
through the hand, through the face.
What I thought is that his face got burned by the RPG blast, you know?
That's fair, but I think they were on their knees,
Yeah.
like shooting it for like to brace for stability, right? So you could do that opposed to like standing up straight and get blown back.
What
a
if it
little
was
bit?
an actual accident and they just left the shot in there?
That's possible.
Like Poltergeist?
It's very
Is
possible.
Poltergeist?
What is Poltergeist? What
No, what's the other movie?
Poltergeist 2?
Where they got
The mirror?
the one with a helicopter chopped the people's heads off in real life?
No. That's
Oh.
Twilight Zone?
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
because like they were like, what is that? Because it did crash. No,
Yeah.
it came down. Yeah, that's fucked. And the guy got away with it. Like the director or whoever it was. Like
John Landis, yeah.
nothing happened to him. Let's see here. Don't cry. It's tough. Tanner's monologue was pretty tough. The pedophile guy, when he was telling them about like we don't know if he's a pedophile.
Well, I
but
think that was, I read as well, they were supposed to have a scene together.
I figured
But
And
She was-
even Jennifer goes like,
she's putting the
what
flowers
But
on
she
and
was
stuff.
hitting on him.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But he was allowing
he,
it.
yeah, he was
Blaming the
accepting
victim.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Louise, very telling. Very telling.
No, but they were supposed to be actually romantically involved.
Okay.
Alright.
So when she says like, "Oh, it's the only man I ever
But
loved,"
how
it
old
would
is
have made
she?
more sense.
How old is she?
She's like 17.
maybe.
But see, at this time, the 80s, and they're from a different state. Maybe they have different like consent levels. Like maybe it's 16 in that state. Who knows?
I'm not going to argue the ages of consent laws.
I'm not
in
either.
80s Colorado.
I'm
so.
just saying. Like, I'm
He
surprised
probably
there
looked-
wasn't unnecessary nudity in this movie.
Yeah. He probably looked
Plus,
like he
Powers
was in
just
his-
looks old too. Like,
Yeah, man, he looked like he was at least 40. Motherfucker, you look 30. So, but did you notice that when he woke up, when they woke him up that morning, he had like little flowers right here?
Yeah.
On him, he was like,
yeah, she loved him.
Yeah, she loved him without even knowing him. Like she just visually.
That's
loved
what I'm saying.
Maybe
This
she
movie's
was
missing so much
attracted.
fucking shit in the middle of it,
Yeah.
and just bookend some bullshit. Although I did like the end bookend, but they just bookend some title cards in the beginning, bunch of stupid action in the middle, and then you don't.
Well,
learn
that's
shit
what I
about
was
anybody.
saying with the Cuban
Fuck John Milius. No,
Nicaraguan dude. Like towards the end, he gets emotional or
Yes.
sentimental. Like, oh, I'm quitting this life. You know, I miss this. What is it? The warm weather.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, he
it's the
wants to-
sunshine on
I miss your
mojito
hair.
or whatever. the fuck.
But I mean, so he was writing that letter, and then was he proofreading it, and then the explosion started happening. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, and
He never sent it.
yeah, he never
He
sent
goes,
it.
"Hey,
Let's see here. But his monologue, Tanner's monologue, is good when he's talking about like what was happening in the world. Why would that pilot try to take off? I already talked about that. So when they attack that naval, no, not naval, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
whatever
that-
it is,
yeah, and then the guy's just in the fucking cockpit, and in the cockpit, and Tanner's like, "Hey, this is a grenade," and the guy's just like, I'm gonna try to take off still. Like, what kind of a fucking? If I saw a bunch of gorilla teenage kids coming in here with guns, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking like, and like eject out of that shit. Hopefully, coast somewhere else. So that way.
it's like under a movie."
Oh no! It just comes straight back down. They're just waiting for him. Like,
Yeah, he's just like whatever
fucked
though.
up.
He was just sitting there.
yeah, he didn't give a fuck. He's like, I'm not getting paid for this, so whatever. I'm fucking out of it. Let's see here. Okay, you queer's gonna play. We already talked about that a little
You
bit.
can't say it this many times.
Well, I'm just saying. Read my notes.
Do you know what the word means?
No.
Which one? Queer?
Strange.
Oh, yeah.
I looked it up this week. I don't know why.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. For no reason, I just looked up the word queer. I just want to see what's up. And it means
He was looking up how to hurt people's feelings.
words to say that aren't super mean, but can be very used in mean ways. So again, I briefly brought this up before we started recording, and I've said it a couple times. So are we going to assume that Tanner? You said that they cut a scene or whatever, so we assume that he hooked up with her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been months.
Well, I don't know. Was he there for months? I thought it seemed like just a month. I thought it was.
He showed up on the third month.
I don't. We're guessing. We don't.
And then we
It was
never
already
see his
snowing, right?
Yeah, we never see his plane. She sees his plane after a crash, and he's just sleeping under a very shitty tree.
Yeah.
But he was there for maybe a month, and so she's hitting on him. She's like, "Oh, let me help you up." He's like, "No, why don't you come down here?" And then they have their conversation. I was like, "Wow, I don't remember all this." And,
Maybe she's not that young.
well, because the grandpa.
She's
says,
definitely the older of the two.
I would say so, but the grandpa's like, "Oh yeah, those fucking guys tried to take advantage of him."
Yeah.
But so did that actually happen? Because the way they both are, kind of like reserved, because I think something happened. Because I think one of the guys even says, like, "Oh yeah, like she experienced some shit or whatever," and so I would assume that the Russians or whoever got to them. And
I mean, I'd be surprised if it didn't. So
right. And look at the way they were treating Leah when not Leah. I'm sorry, the fucking Dirty Dancer. When she pulls up to the gas station on the bike, they're like, "Hey, girl," and they're like feeling her up already. If they didn't take her bin, they wouldn't have blown that shit up. Is that on a timer? Is somebody like pushing a plunger to blow that shit up? And then why didn't they just go, "Ooh, what do you got in here? A sandwich? Oh, that looks like a time bomb." And
Blast in the face.
Yeah. But I did like how
they're just that good. What can I say?
That's true. Watching them do this, it makes you just want to play Red Faction. Remember Red Faction?
Ooh.
I remember seeing the box. I never played. I
It
don't play
was a
shit.
great game. You could just destroy
Is
everything.
that like
in it.
strategy?
No, it's a first-person shooter.
Oh.
But you can. The second one was called Guerrilla something, but the main thing about those games was with the engine at that time. Yeah, you can destroy anything, like just walls. You can destroy it. So there in the multiplayer, I fucking love the multiplayer because. Like, oh, you're hiding behind a wall? Not anymore. I'll just switch to the rocket launcher and shoot a hole into it and then just start shooting at somebody. It's fucking great. RPG to the helicopter would have no more damage. When he said, "I love you," and he said, "I know," I was like, well, Star Wars did that first. Did that soldier just hurt his eyes? We talked about that. When the guy says, "Vaya con Dios," I only knew about that. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm only asking the Spanish speaker. I'm not asking you, Mike. So I only know about that saying because King of the Hill. Because in King of the Hill, there was the character in that was an actor.
The father?
But yeah, Vaya con Dios, and he would shoot somebody. The bleak ending. So even though
Is it bleak?
well, let me finish. For Jed and the brother, because they
I don't really
assumably
think
die.
it's that bleak.
They assumably die alone in this park
Together though.
Together, yes, but it just ends
Helping
for
their
them.
friends.
But they likely could have got out anyway, because I know they were causing a.
Why did they? Well,
So
why did he go into like a one-on-one gunfight? He had the upper hand. He could have just shot him in the back. Mm-hmm. That's not very smart.
I believe the point
he wanted
is
to die.
They're creating a distraction for their friends.
That is correct.
So if they
Oh.
think they've got the Wolverines, they're not going to continue looking for their friends. Will give their friends time enough to climb the mountains and get to the safe zone.
Well, the way they made it seem, because that was for.
That's just.
I get it. It was for a girl and Danny, right? And so they're saying, "Hey, we're gonna go do this, so you guys have enough time to go get the fuck out of there." And he's like, "Well, no, we'll fight with you." Like they're both like they want to fight with him. He's like, "No, you guys got to get out." Like they're probably the youngest.
Yeah.
Like they had the most going for them. Like we got to get you out.
Yeah.
But how much of what they did would really distract of what they're doing here? Because I think if they're in the middle of the night and they're just gonna climb over a mountain and get down, maybe like they'd be perfectly fine.
Well, I think the point is they had just been found by there's helicopters looking for them, and it decimated their crew. They lost 2 people like in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Trying to snap again.
You fucking can you snap both hands?
Son
Mike,
of a bitch!
Mike, why
Fuck
do you
both
suck?
of you guys?
Mike, you suck so hard. Let me see if I can snap my fingers.
I'm not trying to do this.
The fart noise? I can do the fart.
That's his asshole, by the way, guys.
Yeah, I'm bending over. That's my butthole opening and closing. Just little baby farts.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a little bleak, even though the brothers were together. Yes, and it's happy that they can be together and they die together. But you don't actually see Swayze die, so who knows? Maybe he comes back in Red Dawn 2, Boogaloo, and Red Dawn harder. But so Mike,
Red Dusk.
or like Red Afternoon or something. Yeah, I like Dusk better because it's dawning.
Because it's an actual joke and you just ruined it.
I tried to play off of it and I fucked it. Yeah.
Could have said Blue Dawn. Fucking changed the color, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, no, after red, I don't think it'd go blue. It'd go like maybe like a, all right, orange. But so
it's funny. For work, I get up early, right?
That's hilarious.
But it's been cloudy, so it just seemed dark as fuck. And then once the clouds cleared, like it's actually super bright. I'm like, am I late for work? Because it's so bright already. I just couldn't notice because it was so many.
I truly dislike waking up and it's still dark because typically it's sunnier or at least somewhat. But to have those gloomy days, I'm like. It just makes me like not want to do anything. Like mostly in life in general, I don't want to really do much. I want to just coast with my looks, which wouldn't get me too far, but far enough.
We're recording this remotely. Brandon's in bed right now.
Yeah,
watching
I'm
him on the camera.
in nude.
Yeah,
and watching him.
You can keep a blanket over you. You don't have to.
No, I'm cool. I'll just leave it open. You
24-hour live stream, everybody.
Yeah, I'm not using a mic stand.
OnlyFans.com/Brandon Butthole.
10 cents.
BBH.
10 cents for 30 days.
Yeah.
Brandon's butthole.
30-day free trial.
Yeah, I don't give nothing's for free.
No pay-per-view.
Donation.
No PPV, guys. You can just see everything's on the wall, so you can see all the content. So this movie still to me, I sort of treasure it in a sense though.
That's cute.
I like it. I think it's just sort of nostalgic. Because seeing it in middle school, I was like 12 years old to see this, and which at that time was a little jarring, I'll say, because I was like late 90s that I saw this, or like mid 90s, I should say, and. But to watch it now, I think it still holds up the way it was. I still remember enough about it that it's like it's all still there. But the newer, the 2012 version, so I've seen that one too, and I was excited for it when it was coming out. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!"
Really?
They're gonna. Well, at the time, I didn't know who Chris Hemsworth really was.
Oh, okay.
I knew Josh Peck because Drake and Josh, and then the other
Wait,
people.
it's Chris Hemsworth? Thor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so it was not good.
Oh.
Josh Peck in the movie was just. I mean,
I do like him though. He's cool.
He's funny in Drake and Josh because that's a comedy show. But this was he was.
Is he skinny already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he just was stoic. The whole movie. He's just like, oh yeah.
Is he the brother?
Yeah. It's Hemsworth and him. So Hemsworth played Jed.
Why don't they just have fucking Chris and Liam?
That's fair.
What the
actual
fuck?
brothers? Yeah.
Well,
What the fuck?
to be fair, Swayze and Sheen don't look related whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Yeah. But it was not good. So that movie though ended with Chris Hemsworth does get killed, but the younger brother Sheen's character does not, and he leads a new faction of these guerrillas to attack. But I think they were for this movie. I believe they were Chinese. They were either Chinese or
I think they're North Korean.
They're North Korea. They were originally Chinese, is what it was. They changed to North Korean so that way they can have it for the Chinese market, which. I mean, that happens to this day still. They still change the Asian enemy in it to be North Korean, even though China, like, they just, okay, so.
Whatever. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But, like, it ends with, like, uplifting, like, we're going to fight until it's, we get this back. I'm like, you're fighting for a small fucking town? Like, you're going to fight this hard?
Well, that's the thing about the movie, which I appreciate. They don't beat the enemy.
Yeah.
Like, 5 kids are not going to beat an entire army.
Unless.
Not with that attitude. This is why I'm the coward, because I'm assuming I'm going to die.
Yeah.
But I do like how the end, it's implied that the U.S. won the war.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
Because of
what she says.
Because of the flag and the monuments that they put up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's like, oh, this small group of.
Yeah. When I go back to the mountain and I look up there, yeah.
Yeah. But,
I think the plaque would say Wolverines too, it doesn't.
you would think. It would, like, show like a little Wolverine, like.
They tagged it in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the names? Did he write Wolverines with the names?
No, they did not say the names on there. Which I thought it would. Like, I would think it'd say, like, hey, like, here's the 8 fucking kids.
Well, put everyone's name.
It's already on the mountains.
Also, you know what else is hard?
Oh, yeah, he etched it. Yeah, he etched it into the rock.
Swayze did, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's hard. He puts him and his brother's names on there because he knows they're going to die. He doesn't put Leah and
Danny's.
Danny's. Huh. No, sorry. Jennifer. Wait, which one dies? Leah or Jennifer Grey?
Leah.
Leah dies. Okay. He doesn't put Jennifer Grey's or the
No,
or the
I'm
young
sorry.
kids.
Jennifer Grey. She's the one who's in Dirty Dancing.
Yes.
Yeah, she dies. Leah survives.
Okay.
Yeah. I know because the
Now I'm
hair.
confused.
I know because the
They
curly
both
hair.
have the exact same fucking curly mess of hair.
No. Leah,
Anyway,
Leah. Leah, yeah, Leah. Leah compared to.
But anyway, he adds him and his brother's names on the wall.
Okay. I didn't notice that he didn't add the other 2 people.
At least so.
Okay. You believe.
now I could
Do
be
you
wrong.
concur?
You have to go back.
Yeah. Well, I have to go
Definitely
back-
not going back.
I have to go back for a couple of scenes now because who the fuck's that old man? Whose dad is that?
Daddy. Maybe they just call him Daddy.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's their thing. That's
Daddy.
yeah. He's the DDLG relationship. He's their daddy, and so he's like, "Let me step on your throat."
High school kids don't have much money. They got to pay for something.
Yeah, they got to pay for something, man.
Gas station Daddy.
Has gas and grass.
Now have some gas.
I don't know where they're gonna get that money for all those Twinkies and stuff, but those kids. Anyway, so since this was our finale episode, we don't have another movie we're gonna watch next. But obviously, we have movies that we do want to see at some point. Beetlejuice, The Thing.
I mean, now's the time to actually submit your recommendations.
Well, the only problem with doing that is we're taking a month break, right? So if someone suggests something and it's not available by the time we start again,
You can still put it on there, bro. You can still suggest it.
that's fair. That's fair. Anyway, Luis, did you enjoy your time here?
Yeah, it's cool.
I
I
like
had to
your
drive.
socks.
I had to drive. How long? Fucking
An hour and a half.
And you're gonna go to LA?
yeah.
We can all whistle, and Mike is the one that can't snap well.
Hold on, here it comes. This is the good
Wait,
one.
Luis, don't let it.
All right,
let,
all right.
let Mike snap.
Okay. You
This
guys
is-
want to go first?
You
go first, Brandon, go
okay.
first.
I'm gonna put my mic down so you can hear it. Even though I did it a moment ago, but here's my right hand, my left hand.
Okay. All right, we got it. Lewis?
Luis.
Right, left.
His are like kind of a deeper too.
Yeah.
Like mine are like
A
loud,
lot manlier.
more masculine. I'd say Luis's are.
His hands sound like they've actually done some work in his life.
My hands truly are like made for keyboards. Like there's no way I could do anything physical. I know how to do physical things, but like these are made for a keyboard. Luis's, and you have kids. You have like you just got more experience in your hands. Like fuck. Okay, Mike, let's hear yours. Let's hear your
Here's
dainty
the
like.
good one. That's pretty good. There you go.
There, that's a better one.
You know, I can never do it on the first try. It needs
Or the third.
left one. Damn it! Hold on. Nah, that's all I
Get
got.
closer to the mic. Maybe it'll sound better.
Just right on top of it.
It's like you're doing this. Like just trying to like force the friction between your left hand.
And I play guitar. Like this hand's not useless. Oh well.
Apparently, you do the stranger too many times, so you lost feeling in your thing. But anyway, so we hope you enjoyed this episode of Specrapular. Mike, like Mike said, you can make those recommendations by emailing us at specrapular@gmail.com. We will
I
have.
realize now it can never be a temptation because they just snap in the background. And
Well, that's also 40 years adjacent since they broke up. But we will have a new theme song by next season. We're leaning towards heavy metal or maybe some jazz. Who knows? But we will have potentially new lyrics as Mike and I sing that, and Luis produces and puts all the music on that. So Luis, thank you again for being here.
De nada.
Thank you for making music for Mike and I.
Cool.
And Mike, why don't you go? Oh, and Luis, if you want, why don't you guys go ahead because you guys are musically. I'm not
I'll
in
drop the
any way,
beats.
shape, or form musically experienced. Why don't you guys take us away?
What's something with like red in the title? You're gonna put on the red. Okay, we're watching lots of movies with Brandon and Lewis. The season's over, but now you have to wait a couple months for more. Hey, that's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna go with that one. Later, guys.
We could be like, we just watched the movie Red Dawn. We thought it was good, but it's all gone. Those two kids are dead because they had to do guerrilla warfare.
Terrible.
Red Dawn.